Good morning to you. This is KV Fabian speaking to you from the local Tim Hortons coffee shop. Let me scan. It's pretty early in the morning. No, late in the morning. I went last night to the design fair and I figured this morning I would be able to take some pictures of this webbook. This is Wbp9914. So it starts off this particular album I've finished for a while, and I just never got my act together to get a video of it. So finally, I figured this morning I might as well do it. First thing I did is I arranged the chair to put it at the counter here, so I'd have a place to flip it, and it didn't work because in the back there's something wrong with it. The nails. I think somebody's taking out some pages here. I don't have any kind of screwdriver to screw the nails back in. It's good in one way because I could put in more pages. I also like this little edition of a CD. I'm gonna make, when I say make the film, I'm gonna make a copy of the CD and place it in here. I'm gonna put a copy of it into the CD. So this is a square portfolio. So I decided to go around to look for square, which I think is mostly square collages. These are handmade collages by me that have been actually, I somehow got them into the square format, which I seem to like for some reason at certain points. The challenge with this book was the color combinations of the pages. First of all, I'm using this beautiful paper, and some of it has something on the back, and print on the back, and some of it doesn't. So the one that doesn't, I had to match it, and the one with the print, well, I haven't gotten there to match it to each page. Another thing that was interesting about this particular book, I decided to use something, the last book that I had about this size, sorry, was that there was no yellow in it, so this one has yellow. So I decided to use paper that had yellow in it. It's hard to exactly match things, but what I did one time is I actually did the book and I put the images in it, and someone's very interested in this book. They like the book for themselves. I'm very careful to use poster tape, removable poster tape, when I put these on a piece of paper, when I mount them on a piece of paper. And I make sure to use not that much. They say that tape is very damaging. It can be very damaging, which I know, unfortunately, some of my work has been damaged from tape. Now see, this is a photograph. There's never been a still like this before. I took it from the film. So I guess I didn't have that much many squares, so I've incorporated some of the photographs I've taken from some of my favorite animated films. I'd like to put them in a special presentation. Yesterday I was at this design fair, and I was wondering, I thought to myself I might bring this book because I just finished it, but I figured it was too fragile and use it as a portfolio. They said vis-a-vis a portfolio, first of all, it's good to keep it in black and white for you purists, and second of all, don't use originals. So this particular, let's start talking about the individual images in this book. This particular image is from my vision board collection, which is the vision board is supposed to have magical properties. You put something together with paper and maybe writing and drawing of what you feel would be a perfect direction to go for the next year. And if you put it on a wall and keep it for a year, you have a vision board, and it's supposed to make your dream come through. Well, obviously there's not going to be large red tulips growing up in an urban environment, but this woman's sitting in a spa in a large city, and I'd like to live there for a while. This is, I don't know, this is just a fantasy. This is not a vision board. I had these pictures of big red roses, and I had to figure out what to do with it because I really like the roses. I think it makes a very good backdrop for the city. And if you can see in the bottom, there's more red flowers, which complements it quite nicely. I had this picture, as I recall, of this coat, and I adore this coat. It's a false fur. in a beautiful color blue with the purse. And I placed it in a street not too far away with us, in the middle of nature. I get quite a lot of compliments on this one. This one is about an impresario, which, if you know a little bit about anime, in this particular collection of anime, this is Kaito on the right, and here is Hatsu Miku. And he works a little bit too much as an impresario with beautiful women, finding beautiful women like her, and creating them on stage in their own particular type of beauty, if I suppose. So I like his stuff a lot in that part. This is just, I don't know, about the nice flowers. I put it on the orange paper and voila. Back from 2017. There's two more of these. I don't know if they're all here. Just one. Same idea. Flowers and putting just on the same background. The bottle I put as place. Because Saul, I suppose it's the texture, the sheen of the images, the richness of the images that I liked. At this particular time, the train station was full of these really wild, huge, large mobiles, which you see on top. These are very, very large, and they had a huge Christmas tree in past years, and I was lucky enough to take a couple of pictures of it. So this is another anime picture with Hatsumiku on the left and Luca. They're having a dance contest. This has been done in many forms, this particular thing. Cinderella. And Kajumi, he has a use. They're called twins. Kajumi's ring. They have lots of beautiful work about those two guys. I don't know if you could see it on the video, but this particular paper in the back is shiny. It has glitter on it. And another one that I like. Either the ballet or the ballet is something like that. So this is what I've been doing. I've used mostly my yellow paper and listed my notes. I tried to hide it. Sometimes it just didn't work. But I did try to keep motif if I could. I think it makes for a better presentation than just a simple white background. If you're not exactly yellow, it's something that would be cool. The yellow skin. So this is my red book, 9914, and this is Katie Fabian speaking to you from Tim Hortons. Have a morning, a good cup of Java